Game number 3 here between My Dixie Wrecked and Team 2. And Fizzban with the save there from Hancock's shot. Ball's up in the air though, and manages to knock it down the side, and Christos manages to clear it. And Christos was an amazing player last game. These last 2 games he's really been showing his stuff. Defensively and offensively. Here is Pitsu manages to knock the ball forward. It's in the centre there, and it's an absolute shame Team 2 couldn't do something about that there. But Fizzban manages to make the crucial save, stopping Hancock from putting that in. And Fizzban coming down here. Brappy manages to take it past him, unfortunately. And Fizzban just knocks it in there for Brappy, which is kind of a bit strange. Hancock comes to the shot, but Pitsu manages to save it. And M manages to knock the ball right into the middle again, but Hancock takes the aerial and it kind of misses. Fizzban now clearing the ball. Brappy manages to clear it back into danger again, but thankfully Christos come up and saved that. Oh, Hancock with a really weird shot there that just hit the back of his bumper. That was not probably intended, as Christos, wow, Christos just jukes it past one player, but unfortunately doesn't manage to get it past them, but he does in the end. And it could have been a good offensive position there for Team 2, but unfortunately they didn't, they just didn't manage to capitalise on it. Ball's in the middle here for Hancock to take a shot, but Pitsu comes over and clears it. Pitsu knocking the ball forward here into M. Pitsu again knocking the ball up to the side there, but Hancock comes over with the shot, but it's a bit wide. Pitsu manages to defend very well here, and Fizzban just manages to jump over his own shot, his own save there. And in comes M with the shot. Oh, it's a bit of a mix-up in defence there, but Fizzban somehow manages to make the save, and Pitsu manages to clear it. As Christos dribbling the ball around midfield, and could this be a possible weakness for My Dixie Wrecked, is all of this dribbling play that's coming from Christos. Christos gives the ball up to Brappy though, and Brappy manages to centre it, but nobody's coming up for, oh, my bad, M manages to take the shot, but Christos manages to clear it. Hancock comes up and knocks the ball forward. It could be a potential goal here, but Fizzban manages to make the clearance, and Hancock still knocking the ball into the danger zone here. Just kind of messes up that approach there. And it could be a chance for Team 2 there, but unfortunately Fizzban manages to miss his hit. Brappy knocking the ball forward, and Christos managing to go on his one-man army sort of thing going on here, and M manages to clear. Pitsu having none of it though, and knocking the ball back down into My Dixie Wrecked's side. And it's been 3 minutes in this game and no goals so far, but Fizzban comes across and makes a crucial clearance, as Pitsu manages to make another clearance, but Fizzban knocking it into the centre here. What could be done from this? Oh, it's a shot by Fizzban! And Fizzban manages to make the goal. Absolutely incredible bit of play by Team 2 here, really coming back into this best of 5, and takes a really nice shot. And I'm not sure what their defence was doing there, but My Dixie Wrecked defended really poorly in that instance, and they paid for it. So Brappy with the touch there to kick things off. Pitsu knocking it down the side. Brappy. M managing to knock it into the middle there, but Christos comes up for the save. Christos knocking the ball forward, but it's a bit wide, unfortunately. And I am really impressed by Team 2 really coming back into this best of 5 at the moment. And Brappy manages to clear it over, but Fizzban comes over with another crucial save. And so does, and I think that was Christos that made that hit there, but Fizzban knocking the ball up in the air here. M coming across to try and clear it, but misses, and Hancock manages to clear it. Totally different tempo and style of game from the very first game that we had, where My Dixie Wrecked went, oh, the shot there by Fizzban just knocks off the side though. Christos managing to knock the ball forward. And Team 2 really coming back into this best of 5 so far, as Hancock comes in with the shot but gets destroyed. Oh, and Hancock manages to knock it past the goalkeeper there and made it 1-1 in this encounter. We could have overtime again. We could have overtime for the first time in this best of 5. Brappy getting things started. 30 seconds left on the clock here. 1-1 at the moment. Hanscock with the aerial. Christos comes up with the save though. Fizzbam manages to knock the ball forward into Brappy. Oh, Brappy with what looks like to be a perfect centre ball. And unfortunately, my Dixie Wreck did not come across and penalise him for that, unfortunately. And it looks like we're going through to overtime in game 3 out of 5. Hanscock making the last touch of this half, and we are going through to overtime. This is exciting. Here, as it's 1-1 so far, and Hanscock getting the first touch here, and it's anybody's game here as it's overtime 1-1. Hanscock manages to clear it, takes a deflection off of them though, unfortunately. Hanscock with a shot! Oh, and there we have it! 3-1 to my Dixie Wreck, and they managed to win this tournament with that absolutely amazing closing shot to this tournament. And my Dixie Wreck has really earned themselves this tournament. It was amazing. Good game.